Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory, Berkeley Lab for short, is a U.S. Department of Energy national laboratory that is known for tackling big scientific challenges. The mission of Scientific Data Division is to make scientific data a first-class, usable asset in age of AI. The volume and complexity of scientific data today is growing faster than traditional tools can handle.
In order to understand that data, to analyze it, to collect it, you need software. So the software is the glue that holds the science together, and that glue is important for it to be trustworthy, reliable, so it doesn't get in the way of doing the science. So the scientists can focus on discovery as opposed to debugging of their software. Data movement is an essential part of a lot of software these days, and that requires a lot of attention and reliable software by engineers. So we manage those entire data movement and analysis pipelines.
We do manage the full scientific data lifecycle at Berkeley Lab. That means we are concerned with all parts, all the way from the collection of the data, to the storage and the analysis of the data, to the reuse and the sharing of the data. So all those pieces have to be part of the lifecycle. Even at the very end, you have to think of the long-term archival of the data. The whole lifecycle is very important because you want to preserve the statistical integrity of the data across that entire lifecycle.
Scientific workflows has become a key part of the scientific ecosystem, where we are really trying to bring together various elements of the scientific process in a way that they can be chained together and managed together. When you build infrastructure to support these scientific workflows, it's very important for us to think about the human in the loop and think about what the human is trying to achieve there. User experience has to be a philosophy. So really we need to bring scientific workflows together with the user and sort of try to think about how to align these goals together and meet the needs of the end user while also optimizing the infrastructure for a large set of users.
From energy and materials to biology and physics, research increasingly depends on complex, large-scale, and fast-moving data. From detectors to microscopes to simulation models, data is being produced at unprecedented scales. To turn data into knowledge, it has to be organized, curated, and made usable.
AI provides an interesting approach to modeling scientific phenomena. We build AI models for early warning systems, for predicting the shaking generated by earthquakes. So with AI we can learn from data, and they're particularly well suited for very high dimensional data, seismic data, and good for predicting future events.
We've shown that we can use machine learning to make a lot of prediction in biology and start to make it as predictable as physics and chemistry. We're starting to make that happen, and it's working, and it's particularly useful for biomanufacturing because you can do a lot of genetic engineering to make things like biofuels or biomaterials, and you can tweak a lot of things in a cell, from the genome, on which you have like 6 million base pairs, 6 million letters you can change, to the conditions in which your cell is created. It's a culture. There is billions, trillions of permutations that you can't all check experimentally. So you need to be able to predict that.
High energy physics is all about data science these days. Back in days of yore, physicists used to take pictures of cloud chambers and look over them and trace out tracks of particles with rulers and say, oh look, that's an electron, and that's a muon, and that's a pion. We can't do that anymore. The ATLAS experiment is a solid mass, 45 meters long, 25 meters in diameter, 100 million channels of electronics come out of that. We record on the order of 10 petabytes of raw data a year. So analyzing that data is a huge challenge. And over the course of the experiment, we have recorded more than an exabyte of data. And recording 10 petabytes of data is just the beginning. We then have to process that data, and then it's distributed around the world. We have 140 different centers to which this data is distributed. We expect data volumes to keep on increasing because we are going to be actually taking data at much higher rates in Run 4 and beyond.
Our goal is to be deeply integrated with science teams, enabling discovery at scale with data you can trust, tools scientists want to use, and workflows that connect everything together. The future of science will be increasingly driven by AI, automation, and data integration. And Berkeley Lab is helping to lead that transition.